Happy Sunday, Bears fans. Harrison Graham here for Bears Now by Chat Sports. Have some updates from Bears Rookie Minicamp and an appearance from baby PJ. Look at him. He's rocking his Justin Fields jersey for you guys. Um, who is your favorite player at Rookie Minicamp, PJ? Oh, okay. I think he says Noah Sewell. Okay. He wants to watch Justin Fields. That's why he's crying. He's like, when does the real stuff start? Okay, I'm going to hand you back to Mama. Grade PJ's outfit. A, B, C, D, or F. Appreciate that, PJ. Appreciate that, Hannah. Drop a letter grade for the Justin Fields jersey. Okay, wanted you guys to see him. There's an appearance from him. Hope that's okay. The reason we're here, the Bears have signed 4 players following rookie minicamp, and I thought we would talk about it here on today's show. I've got a video going out later as well, but enough news out there that I thought I'd bring you guys a video, plus a little appearance from the little man. You know, it's all good fun. Okay, D'Anthony Jones, defensive lineman out of Houston. Josh Lugg, offensive lineman out of Notre Dame. Bralen Trahan, the defensive back out of Louisiana. 3 UDFAs from this year. And then Stephen Carlson, a 2019 UDFA, former Princeton player. I believe played receiver in college, then transitioned to tight end in the NFL. He's been in the league for a few years, so we'll talk about him here in a little bit. But do want to start with D'Anthony Jones, defensive lineman out of Houston. Very intriguing player. He's kind of a tweener. He's not the best athlete, but the guy is a productive player. 6'1.5" or so, 275. So this guy is thick. Had 8 sacks last year, 13.5 tackles for loss for the Cougars. Also had 6 sacks in 2021. Played primarily edge at Houston. I wonder if he could kick inside some in the NFL. I mentioned that lack of athleticism. 5.15 in the 40 for a sub 280 guy. That's obviously not great. But, I think sometimes the testing stuff can have teams overlook things. So I'm glad the Bears, saw something at camp and said, hey, this guy was productive in college, had some good tape, showed us something here this week. We're going to sign him to the 90-man roster because when you watch him, he's a powerful player. I went up and watched clips of all these guys after they signed. I was like, okay, there's something here. Is this a NFL rotation player? Is this a practice squad guy? Is this even a guy who sticks on a practice squad? Maybe he's more of an XFL player. We'll have to wait and see, but I certainly think he's worthy of being on an offseason roster, 90-man, and show what he can do. 2 good college seasons in a row for this kid, like I said, for the Cougars. Look, the traits aren't, what Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus typically look for, but think of a guy like Jack Sanborn, right? Jack Sanborn, who tested decently, kind of fell through the cracks, and the Bears found him as UDFA, and by the end of the season, he was one of your better defensive players. Now, obviously, Chicago has enhanced that linebacker position, but, Sanborn's a guy that's going to be on the roster. I'm not saying that's going to happen with D'Anthony Jones or any of these other players. What I will say, though, is there's opportunities along this defensive line, especially at the edge position. The Bears didn't draft a single edge. They only signed DeMarcus Walker and Rasheem Green. Travis Gibson and Dominique Robinson still have a lot to prove this year. So who knows? We've seen guys, get rookie minicamp tryouts in the past and make rosters. And the Bears have had success with UDFAs for several years. Roy Robertson Harris. You go back to Cameron Meredith, a guy like Sanborn last year. So they've had guys come through here and make this team and actually do something. So very intrigued with him. Let's go to Josh Lugg next, the offensive lineman out of Notre Dame, who has a lot of experience for the Fighting Irish, 33 career starts. Six-year college player, so he stuck around for a while. Played both guard and tackle in college. He's definitely a guard in the NFL, though. His arms are, shorter than 32 inches, so he's not a tackle in the NFL. 6'6" and about a half. So almost 6'7", 306. So, that height-weight combo is, kind of typically what Ryan Poles likes. He likes leaner offensive linemen, but poor athlete. A 5'7" in the 40. Again, you don't have to be the best athlete to play offensive line, especially at guard, but in this scheme, you can't just be I hate to use a pun on words for the kid's last name, but you can't be a lug. You got to be able to move around. But again, he's shown them something that he during the rookie minicamp. That's like, okay, we'll sign him, see what he can do, and that's one thing Ryan Poles is going to do. He's going to continue to throw darts at offensive linemen and see if any hit. Right? Maybe you have a backup here. Maybe he's a guy who could, get some center ability for you. Who knows? But I got no problem adding a guy like this to your roster. A lot of experience, local kid playing at Notre Dame. So definitely a fan of that. I know a lot of you guys are as well. Subscribe to the channel if you want more Chicago Bears updates throughout the offseason. And hey, if you want a Bears rookie minicamp winners and losers video tomorrow, let me know in the comments. Type Y for yes. Or type in for no. But hit that sub button. We'll have a 2024 mock draft video. Probably go out later today or later on. We'll see. But I've got that video already filmed. And then Bears rookie minicamp winners and losers. That could be coming at you as well. So go ahead and hit that sub button and let me know if you want that winners and losers video tomorrow. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let's go to Bralen Trahan, the defensive back out of Louisiana. This is also an intriguing player. And look, a common theme is none of these guys are great athletes. There's a reason they went undrafted. Trahan's a decent athlete. 4.58 in the 40 for a safety is not bad. Sub 4.6. The other testing was just okay. But 6 foot, 201, so you got decent size there on the back end. 78 tackles last year, 4 picks, 3 breakups. You look at his career stats, another 6-year college player. You're seeing more and more of that with these guys having that extra COVID year. I think we have 2 more years of that with guys having the extra year. Played in 57 career games, so this guy's very experienced. 214 tackles, 13 career interceptions, hits principles, taking the ball away. You know the Bears are going to like that. 16 breakups, 6.5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles. This was a guy who was a leader for the Raging Cajuns. So like his skill set, if he could do something on special teams, maybe he's someone who sticks around, at least gets to training camp and has an opportunity to show these coaches something. Obviously, he showed them something this weekend. So I'm intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the ball skills. To take the football away that many times, you don't just walk into 13 interceptions. Like you're doing something right. You're always around the football. So certainly a fan of that. And then you have Stephen Carlson. 2019 undrafted free agent out of Princeton. Stuck with the Browns for about 3 years, on and off the active roster and practice squad. 6'4", 240, a little bit of a lighter tight end, but again, I think he played mostly receiver in college. But spent 2019 through 21 with the Browns. Has actually played some in the NFL. 6 career catches, 62 yards. Does have a touchdown as well. Decent ball skills. I went and watched some of his stuff as well. So intriguing. I thought the Bears might draft a tight end. They kind of have an open spot there potentially for a roster spot with behind Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan. They got Chase Allen, who's a UDFA last year. Jake Tonjes, kind of a fullback tight end hybrid from last year, who spent time on the roster and is still on the 90-man. And then Carlson here, who's played some in the NFL. So that'll be interesting to see what that kind of third tight end spot looks like. There's still guys out there, like if you want to go sign a Cam Brate or something like that, you certainly could do so. But intriguing to see if Carlson has a chance to stick here, because you're going to want to carry at least 3 tight ends, especially in this system. So that will be very, very interesting. Who is your favorite rookie minicamp signing here? I'll recap them for you guys. D'Anthony Jones, the defensive lineman out of Houston, type DJ if you think it's him. Josh Lugg, the offensive lineman out of Notre Dame, if you think it's him, type JL. If it's Bralen Trahan, the defensive back out of Louisiana, type BT. Or if you're going to go with Stephen Carlson, former Browns tight end, go ahead and type SC down below. Carlson, the guy with NFL experience, he's probably got the best chance to stick around, but I personally, again, am most intrigued with D'Anthony Jones. Position of need at that edge spot. I think could kick inside some, give you some snaps there at 3-tech. The athleticism isn't great, but hey, if you've got power, if you know how to play on that defensive line, you don't have to run a 4.5 in the 40 like Adetomiwa Adebawore or something like that. Like, the kid was productive at a pretty high level in college at University of Houston. It's not like this is the Sun Belt. I mean, that's just below Power 5. So intrigued by him, and we'll see if any other signings emerge from Bears rookie minicamp as Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus continue to, kind of tinker, mix, and match on this 90-man roster. All right, guys, I'm Harrison Graham. Thanks for indulging me and my son earlier. We appreciate it. Hit that sub button here on the channel. More coverage to come. Bear down, FJL for Jordan Love, starting that movement. We'll see you guys soon here on the channel.